time to give at World's End a watch for the first time in ages. Well, this movie can't be as long as everybody says it is. What a slow first hour. Not even a lot of Jack Sparrow. What? Oh, thank God, that Brethren Court was a struggle to sit through. Is something gonna happen already? What? Oh, is that the credits? Is the movie finally over? Yes! Woo! That was the longest 3 hours of my entire life. Thank God it's over. What? Oh. Whoa. Wow. That was one of the longest movies I've ever sat through in my life. So, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, the third and final Pirates movie to be directed by Gore Verbinski, and tells the extremely long and complicated and hard to follow story of Captain Jack Sparrow is locked in Davy Jones' locker after he was devoured by the Kraken in the last movie. So Barbossa has been brought back to life, and he and the Black Pearl crew and Elizabeth and Will must journey to Singapore to get the help of this Chinese guy who barely does anything, and they must go to Davy Jones' locker to bring Jack back. Meanwhile, Beckett, who has now taken control of the Flying Dutchman of Davy Jones and is just determined to just wipe out all pirates for good. So the 9 pirate lords must gather at the Brethren Court to band together to defeat Beckett and Jones and save the day, while they also must collect all 9 pieces of 8 to release the sea goddess and Davy Jones's love, Calypso. Whew! Did you get all? They were probably considering this Pirates movie to be the last one at the time, but obviously that didn't happen because we have 4 and 5. And now At World's End is, of course, another Pirates sequel that gets a crap ton of hate. Of course, for many, this is the worst in the series, but not for all. I know some people that really like it and defend it. Particularly my friend Angel I Loves Movies, who does really like it and was disappointed to hear my opinion, to say the least. This is how I can sum up At World's End after giving it another watch. Yeah, it's not that good. Sad to inform you, this is my least favourite of the 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies so far. I don't like this movie very much. I do apologise to anybody watching this who does really like it. I can totally understand if you do. I mean, it is very epic in scope and ambitious, and you may love that about it, but it's just a Pirates movie that got so many things wrong. It feels like a totally different movie from the first film, Curse of the Black Pearl, which I love. That is just, well, a great swashbuckling fun, which is what pirates should always be. And second one, Dead Man's Chest, it's decent, but not much else and pretty flawed. But I would still watch Dead Man's Chest over at World's End any day. But don't get me wrong, this is not going to be a rant. I do not hate At World's End. I can still watch it for its little redeeming qualities, even if I do have to take a few breaks from watching it occasionally because of the extreme runtime. But the pros I can give this movie is that still kudos to Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, always trying, but this is the movie where I liked Jack Sparrow the least, because sadly there's surprisingly a lack of him. We don't even see him until the 45-minute mark. Yes, a Pirates of the Caribbean movie took that long to introduce everybody's favourite character. I'm still not too keen on the characters of Will and Elizabeth, but at least Elizabeth still isn't the damsel in distress. At least she's still remains the badass that she was set up to be in Dead Man's Chest. And at least Will Elizabeth's storyline does get concluded and done with really nicely in this film. Finally, it wraps up their romantic subplots because they honestly did not need to return from Stranger Tides. And at least characters from the second movie that literally had nothing to do in the second one at least get a bit more to do this time. Calypso definitely gets a bigger role in the story, and Naomi Harris does get to shine, as she does at least do a bit more than just give exposition. How she tags along and we learn who she is, and go deeper into her backstory about how she fell in love with Davy Jones. And speaking of Davy Jones, he's still a awesome villain, despite not being the main villain in this movie, which I'll get to in my many negatives. But the Hans Zimmer's score is still splendid. It's still amazing as ever, and the final battle between the Dutchman and Pearl in the Malastorm, the whole climax is monumentally entertaining and rollicking. It's a pretty sensational finale with Jack dueling Davy Jones. It just makes you crave more action. Why did the movie take this long to get to that battle? I wish I could like this movie more than I do, guys, because unfortunately, now let's get to all of the problems with World's End and why I believe it to be by far the worst Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Of course, we can all agree the biggest problem with World's End is that it's far too long. Oh my god. I have very rarely in my life sat for a movie that felt like it went on forever and ever and ever. I was so incredibly tired and bored and exhausted by the end credits. I was so happy when the end credits came on. Finally, I could carry on with my day. This should be an example to future filmmakers of how to not make a movie this long, and how not to pace a movie. Dear Gore Verbinski, nobody asked for a Pirates movie to be 3 freaking hours long. This is the longest movie in the series, easily. It was the only one that is a near 3-hour length. You could have at least trimmed 50 minutes of the runtime. Yeah, this movie is 50 minutes too long at least. I feel sorry for any poor soul who had to sit through this in the cinema. Me and my mum and my sister were originally planning on seeing it when it came out 10 years ago, but when we heard the 3-hour running time, we were put straight off. But the length is far from the only huge problem with this movie. The execution of the story is just so underwhelming. This is the second part of the two-part story. The first part being Dead Man's Chest, second part being at World's End, and honestly, the Dead Man's Chest actually has more action and more fun. This movie is a complete drag to sit through. This has the least action of the Pirates movies, which is so disappointing. The only action that does happen really is in the third act. What it's supposed to be this big epic battle against the Royal Navy, Beckett and Davy Jones. It's supposed to be the time when the pirate lords will band together for an epic war. Yet you never feel like anything's at stake. It's just a load of talking scenes and exposition at its worst. The majority of this movie I just find to be so fucking boring. It perplexes me how people think this is one of the most action-packed and epic movies in the series, because I just don't see that. And the Brethren court scene is an example of the worst paced scene in the movie. That scene went on far too long, and it was just a load of pirates just talking. Rather than showing us the war, they just keep telling us, Gore Verbinski, you show, you don't tell. And we need to see the war to believe it. And it's just them rambling on, and the story's never going anywhere. You just want the Brethren court scene to fucking end already. And the tone of this movie is wrong. It did not need to be this dark. This is the darkest of the four so far, and all of what made the first movie so fun is almost completely stripped away from this film. The opening is terrible, where they show kids being hanged. That is way too dark. What kid would want to see that? And the Chinese guy from Singapore, talk about pointless. Why did they advertise him on the trailers, posters and TV spots so much when he doesn't do anything in the movie? He has like a minimum of 2 scenes and then he gets killed off. That's it. And the movie is just has a load of random scenes that are never explained. Like, why does Jack have like 10 Jack Sparrows just working for him on the Black Pearl when he's in Davy Jones' locker? Never explained. Why the heck does Calypso, when she's about to be released, grow to 50 feet tall? No idea. What were the writers thinking when they put that into the script? And the comedy and the jokes in this movie just fall flat. Like, they even repeat the joke from the first movie, why is the rum always gone, for the 3rd freaking time? But at that point, it wasn't funny. Well, at least bringing Barbossa back was a nice idea, but apart from having him turn into a good guy, he didn't contribute much. They didn't do anything new with him. So, guys, while I can totally respect your opinion if you really liked At World's End, I mean, I do see why you would, for its ambition, but I just have always found it to be the weakest of the 4 Pirates movies we've had. I really am hoping Dead Men Tell No Tales isn't as long or as boring as this. I need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coffee breaks throughout the runtime. I cannot sit for this movie without at least 1 coffee break. Had they just shortened it to 2 hours and just simplifies the messy, bloated, complicated and overlong plot, the movie would have been much better. I give At World's End 2 stars out of 5. I wish I could like it more, but at least they made a 4th film to improve over this one. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of At World's End? Please comment, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. And please follow me on Twitter and on Google+. I'll see you next time when I review the penultimate Pirates movie, On Stranger Tides. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.